There was a time when effort and reward had a simple relationship. You worked, and eventually you were rewarded, not instantly, not dramatically, but predictably. That predictability shaped something in us. It taught patience, it taught discipline, it taught us that if we stayed the course long enough, something would come of it. But the world changed, and with it something far deeper changed too. Not just the economy, the human mind itself. This generation, Gen Z, is the first to grow up inside what I would call an algorithmic economy, a system where invisible forces decide what gets seen, what gets rewarded, and what quietly disappears. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. These are not just entertainment platforms, they are training environments, and they have been training the motivational architecture of an entire generation, mostly without anyone noticing. Think about how the reward actually works. You post something, within seconds, feedback, likes, views, comments, immediate. But here's what most people completely miss. It's not just immediate, it's unpredictable. One post goes nowhere. The next one explodes overnight. No clear reason, no consistent pattern, no logic you can study and replicate. This is not a design flaw, it is a design choice. And it follows one of the most powerful principles in all of behavioral psychology. Variable ratio reinforcement, the same mechanism that makes slot machines impossible to walk away from. Except now it fits in your pocket, and it starts at age 11. When rewards are random, when you genuinely do not know which action will be the one that breaks through, the brain does not disengage. It locks in, it starts chasing, checking, refreshing, trying again and again. Because maybe this time. Over years of this, something quiet and irreversible begins to happen. The mind does not just use the system, it becomes it. Three things shift. First, sensitivity to feedback becomes extreme. Every signal matters, every like, every silence, every number. Because feedback is no longer something you wait for. It is something that is always there. Second, tolerance for delay collapses. When rewards routinely arrive in seconds, waiting does not just feel slow, it starts to feel like failure. And third, and this is the one that changes everything, a quiet, deeply held expectation forms. That success should be sudden, non-linear, explosive, not slow, not earned over years, viral. Now take a mind shaped by all of that and place it inside a traditional career. Years of invisible effort, almost no feedback. Progress so slow it barely registers. No algorithm deciding to surface your work, no overnight breakthrough. It does not feel hard, it feels broken. Not because the path does not work, but because it does not match the psychology that was built. So when people say this generation is impatient, they quit too easily. They want everything handed to them. They are not wrong about what they are observing. They are just explaining it wrong. What has actually happened is this. An entire generation's motivation system was quietly rewired by platforms optimized not for their growth but for their engagement. There is a difference, a significant one. And here is the part I want you to sit with. They are not broken, they are adapted, precisely efficiently adapted, to a world where attention is currency, where visibility can change overnight, and where the ability to move fast and read signals matters more than almost anything else. These are not small skills. In the right environment, they are remarkable ones. But adaptation always has a cost. What makes you powerful in one system can make you feel completely lost in another. That is not weakness. That is just the nature of being shaped by your environment. All of us are. So the next time you find yourself frustrated with this generation, or if you are this generation and you are frustrated with yourself, do not start with the question of what is wrong with them. Start with a harder one. What kind of world built this? Because once you understand that, you do not just understand Gen Z. You understand what happens when the system that raises a generation is optimized for something other than their flourishing. And you start asking the only question that actually matters: what do we build instead?